Hello, let's take a look at what the average woman looked like in 2016. At that time, the American woman was a size 16 to 18, and a size 17 woman weighed between 190 and 200 pounds. This is a big change from previous decades, when the body size was smaller. If we think of this woman and her own body as a 5 on the beauty scale, we have a framework for understanding social expectations and the dynamics of sex. In dating, women often look for partners above the level of beauty. Therefore, in order for a man to have a relationship with an average-looking woman of this size, he must have a score of 8, 9, or 10. This higher rating reflects a combination of physical attractiveness, social status, and general desirability. In addition, one must maintain a high level of physical fitness and financial stability to maintain interest. This is in part because, as a woman increases in size, she may be more desirable than her peers, leading to different expectations of mates. This evolving standard reflects broader cultural norms. Over the years, the increase in average body size is due to many factors, including changes in lifestyle, diet, and social attitudes towards body image. Trying to maintain a certain body image is a daunting task not only for women, but also for men who have to live up to higher standards. In addition, changing average body size affects social dynamics and self-esteem. When social norms change, relationship expectations and standards often lag behind. For instance, the notion that an average-sized woman today could attract a high-status man might seem to create a paradox where higher attractiveness standards are juxtaposed with evolving societal norms around body size. This interplay between attractiveness, societal standards, and personal expectations highlights the complexity of modern relationships. It suggests that as average body sizes increase, the criteria for attraction and partnership evolve, influencing both dating dynamics and societal perceptions of beauty. Understanding these changes can provide valuable insights into contemporary relationship trends and social attitudes. In summary, the average woman's size and attractiveness in 2016 not only reflect individual and societal shifts, but also underscore broader trends in how relationships and attractiveness are perceived in the modern world. The idea that people with lipstick are the ones you kiss shows that looks and appearance play a big role in attraction. If you were to list 10 people, the ones with prettier faces and better looks would attract men's attention. Is it any wonder that erectile dysfunction is becoming more common among men as the size of women increases? My long-term relationship ended in part due to weight-related health issues. My friend hid his health problems at first, but I knew it was getting worse over time. Although Canada has universal health care, we still face the cost of health care. I was concerned about getting into a relationship where I needed financial and emotional support for my wife's health problems. An increase in body size may explain why shyness is stronger. Because so many women are overweight, it may be considered socially acceptable to gain weight, and thin people are laughed at. Many men who rate themselves as a 7 on the attractiveness scale would prefer to be single or have a relationship outside of the norm of dating, rather than be with a woman who doesn't make it to their standards. There is also a growing trend in which women are encouraged to look beyond the traditional beauty standards. However, it is important to understand that beauty is subjective and influenced by many factors, including personal preferences and social standards. In 2010, the average American woman weighed 170 pounds, up from 140 in 2000. Since the average 16 to 18-year-old woman weighs 200 pounds, it makes sense to determining that the woman has gained weight. The average height for women is 4.5 inches, and many women gain weight and size. Some argue that men look more closely when choosing relationships, while women value physical appearance. This phenomenon occurs when women think about the appearance of men, but many women gain weight. This disparity seems to have a negative impact on men who maintain their health and well-being. In cities like Toronto, social ties and expectations are strong. Women tend to meet certain standards when faced with their own challenges. For example, stories about conflicts that arise from everyday situations, such as a man's failure to clean up after his dog, show how social expectations and personal interactions can be disrupted. Turning to another topic, it can be seen that many women these days have cats or dogs as pets. Although I love animals, I'm allergic to them, so it's not an option for me. A social media trend that promotes the idea of a cat person can change the stigma associated with cat ownership. The idea is that someone who loves their cats will love them more, although this ignores the broader issues of social expectations. Finally, it's important to address the often overlooked topic of toxic femininity, which is frequently overshadowed by discussions about toxic masculinity. While there is considerable focus on the negative aspects of male behavior, it's equally critical to recognize that women can exhibit harmful behaviors as well. Toxic femininity refers to a set of behaviors and attitudes that perpetuate unhealthy stereotypes and societal expectations for women, including manipulative or passive-aggressive tendencies and the reinforcement of traditional gender roles that can limit personal growth and healthy relationships. In contemporary society, the average woman is often overweight, and while there has been progress in promoting body positivity and accepting diverse body types, this acceptance is not always applied consistently. The focus on body positivity can sometimes overshadow discussions about health and personal responsibility, leading to a situation where the potential negative impacts of obesity are not addressed as openly. The emphasis on body acceptance, while important, sometimes obscures the need for balanced discussions about health and well-being. Currently, social pressures often seek to diminish traditional human rights, presenting them as problematic or toxic. This situation can create a double standard in which male behavior is criticized, while similar reasons for female behavior are overlooked. This imbalance can hinder the understanding of gender, as the negative aspects of women are not properly discussed. In relationships, this dynamic can be expressed in different ways. Women might advocate for the acceptance of diverse body types and challenge traditional gender norms, but there can be a tendency to overlook or minimize their own behaviors that contribute to relational or societal issues. This can create a situation where discussions about personal responsibility and self-improvement are disproportionately focused on men, while women's behaviors are not subjected to the same level of scrutiny. Furthermore, the conversation around toxic femininity also intersects with issues of societal expectations and personal accountability. Women who perpetuate negative stereotypes or engage in toxic behaviors can contribute to a broader culture of divisiveness and misunderstanding between genders. Addressing toxic femininity involves acknowledging that negative behaviors can exist across all genders and that achieving a balanced and respectful discourse requires examining these issues from multiple perspectives. Finally, cultivating a better understanding of toxic men and toxic women can lead to better relationships and a more just society. By recognizing and addressing negative behavior regardless of gender, we can work to create an environment that values human growth and mutual respect. Engaging in open and honest discussions on these issues is essential to developing a more balanced view of gender dynamics and supporting a culture of accountability and understanding. That's it for today. I hope this discussion provides important insights into the complexities of social expectations and personal behavior. Thank you for joining me in this research on these important topics.